Good evening, Simon here, Explosive Action, back for another Blu-ray update. I've got a reasonable pile here to take a look at, so let's get into it. So I say it's a reasonable update because it's only reasonable. It's not an oversized one. It's a reasonable sized update. You've seen some of my other ones, they go for 3 bloody hours, but that won't be the case today. I've just been a bit pickier, I suppose, and I've also been holding off on a few things. There was even a lot less than this until a few days ago. It was my birthday a few days ago, and I put some birthday money into purchasing the majority of what you see here. Some of it predates, but most of it came from one big haul from a local Australian importer of Blu-rays, boutique Blu-rays, particularly OUTRUN DVD. They're down in Melbourne. Really good service, and yeah, I got a nice tasty box of goodies sent express to my door, arrived in 2 days. Can't argue with that. Nice birthday present for me. And we'll get into it with some of the stuff that I didn't get through them, but I got through Amazon, I think. The first one, I was on the fence about even bothering with this upgrade because I already had the Blu-ray, The Perfect Weapon. This is the Kino Lorber version, Jeff Speakman classic action thing. But as is usual with Kino, they put in that line on the back somewhere, brand new HD master from a 4K scan of the 35mm OCN. I'm not made of stone, so the old Olive, I think it was Olive, did the old Blu-ray. Chucked it on eBay, sold it, which paid for this. I love it when that happens, you know. I came out quids even and got an upgrade. Great. So yeah, Jeff Speakman, The Perfect Weapon. If you don't know this one, I mean, this was at that time where they're looking for the new Steven Seagal, and he got to go at it. He had a bit of a falling out with the studios, really. So ultimately, he's only really got like 3 films of big note, like The Expert's another one. And then it just didn't all work out for him. But this is when it was all working out. One man becomes a deadly strike force in this crackling action thriller starring martial arts sensation Jeff Speakman from The Expert. Speakman plays a drifter and Kempo karate expert who returns home to discover his mentor has been murdered by a ruthless drug lord. Determined to avenge the killing, he must contend with the cop assigned to the case, his long estranged brother, John Dye from Best to the Best. Caught between the arm of the law and his own code of honor, Jeff heads towards a final showdown with a sadistic assassin, Professor Toru Tanaka. I mean, any movie where Professor Tanaka rocks up, like Running Man, it's always good. Revenge of the Ninja, directed by Mark DeSalle, who did Kickboxer. Again, look, it's just ticking all the boxes, this thing. Supervised by Kempo Karate Grandmaster Ed Parker from Revenge of the Pink Panther. There you go. The Perfect Weapon features black belt Speakman in the most dazzling karate sequences captured on film. Yep, I'm pretty sure Seagal would dispute it, but he'd be wrong. Anytime, any place, anywhere, Jeff Speakman is The Perfect Weapon, featuring Mariska Hargitay from SVU, Dante Bosco from Hook, and screen legend Mako from An Eye for an Eye, James Hong, classic Missing in Action, and a million other things, and Kari Hiroaki Tagawa from Mortal Kombat. Like, we're just everybody. I can't remember, is Al Leong in this thing? He should be on the back if he is, but anyway, it just needs Al Leong for the collection. He may well be in it and just not credited. I can't remember. Audio commentary interview with Speakman, which is good because he never really does them. Deleted and extended scenes, and yeah, just same cover under the slip. So yeah, happy with this one. 1991 classic. I haven't checked out the transfer, but yeah, it'll be superior. So thank you, Kino. The next one had a Shout factory release, but on Amazon, where I was trying to buy it from. Well, firstly, none of the importers, the local ones, seemed to be getting it, or if they were, it was highly priced or went out of stock or whatever. I can't remember. Then Amazon, they had it, but they always wanted like 58 Australian dollars for it. And I'm like, really? It's just, I don't know. Shout DVDs are starting to get a bit more pricey on occasion. And yeah, that was one that just never dropped in price. And then 88 Films announced their version of it, and it's a good third cheaper than that. So maybe even more, maybe close to half. Funeral Home, 80s horror film that this is one of those ones where it's gone straight from VHS to Blu-ray. I think there might have been a crappy like VHS on DVD version floating around, like a UK disc or something, but that doesn't count. First time you can actually see the bloody film. The old Australian VHS was as dark as you couldn't see anything. Yeah, there's the more colourful version of the cover, which is nice. Not actually a huge fan of that. I mean, I probably would have just chucked that on the shelf, but whatever. It's got a reverse. We'll show that in a second. I'll leave that off. But yeah, part of the Slasher Classics collection. So they kicked that off again. This is number 52. Took a break for a while. Young and easily frightened Heather, Leslie Donaldson from Happy Birthday to Me, another slasher from the 80s, is called to stay with her grandmother in the hopes of helping her turn an old funeral home into a bed and breakfast. Strange happenings, unexplained murders around the home quickly make this vacation spot a dead and breakfast. See what they did there? It's up to Heather to investigate the eerie and creepy corners of the former funeral home, unlock decades-old secrets. Will she survive long enough to solve the mystery? 3 question marks. Why did the editor do that? 3 question marks. A raft of features, HD presentation, probably the same as the Shout. I imagine one was made. Commentary, more commentaries, audio interviews. What else we got? Interview with art director, interview with the president of Premier Operating Limited and son and producer Barry Allen. More interviews, featurettes, all kinds of stuff. It's chockers for this film. And you get the disc, and you get the alternate art, which I actually like, but I've never known the film under this title, either of these titles. So Cries in the Night must have been an AKA. Don't think much of this one, but I actually really like that bluer one. If that one on the left said funeral home, I might have picked it. But look, that's pretty iconic. That's the the standard one. So there you go, funeral home in the Slashers collection. I imagine if you've already got the Shout, probably no need to bother about these kinds of things. But there you go, funeral home. I'm happy to check it out and actually see the picture. Now, this one, brand new release. Another one I'm happy to get well, we've been waiting a long time for this. The Hitcher. Umbrella locally did a Blu-ray recently, a couple of months ago, like really, really recently. Did a lavish box set and that kind of thing. But it was made very clear by Second Sight when that dropped that they didn't have access to the new master. Second Sight have been spending literal years on this, so I wasn't going to buy local and get a cheaper, like the older master. I was going to wait and get theirs. And I went for the regular Blu-ray, as I always do. There's also a 4K and there's also a big box set thing. I just want the film. Just get the Blu-ray. There you go. The Hitcher, classic. Would-be Samaritan, can't even speak, picks up the hitchhiker and soon discovers the man is a relentless serial killer. Framed by the cold-blooded murderer for a string of slayings, his only help comes from a caring waitress as they attempt to flee from both law and the Hitcher. Dolby Atmos on here, and the original stereo mixes. Thank you very much. Audio commentary, more commentary, scene-specific audio commentary, hell of a lot of commentaries. Podcast in here. One of the commentaries has got Rutger Hauer on it and C. Thomas Howell. Okay, that one actually probably be worth listening to. Interviews, blah, 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 blah. The Man from Oz, a new interview with John Seal. Formative score, interview with the composer. Lots of interview kind of things. There's a short film in here, China Lake, a short film by Robert Harmon, newly restored. That would be interesting. And Jewel Runner, Lee Singer on the evolution of the Hitcher and Rutger Hauer. And a bunch of trailers and stuff. So there you go. The Hitcher, finally we have it. This is a very bare bones. If you just get the regular Blu-ray, very bare bones. No reversible, no slip, whatever. I would have honestly liked... The only thing I would have asked for would be like an original poster on the flip. That's all I would have asked for. Otherwise, this is all I wanted. It's in 240:1 scope. It's got your audio tracks you want. It's all regions, region free. So Americans, you can pick this one up because there's no region A of this, is there? The Hitcher, good stuff. This one, I picked this up. I was wanting to get this one from Amazon, and this one was a bit pricey. And then somebody bought it locally. I guess didn't like it or thought it was just a one-watch movie, and then they sold it on in Facebook groups, and I got it for a very good price. I'm keen to check it out. Confessions of a Serial Killer, Unearthed Classics, and I believe we're out of movie mode now. We're now into my death metal side of the channel. I believe this is the film where gore grind band Hemdale sampled their famous magazine little sketch they chucked on one of the songs. I'm going to go and say and get one of them magazines. I think that's from this film. I've been told this, so I'm hoping that is the case, because that's half the reason I picked it up. Nah, it should be good. Yeah, I like these kinds of things, and I'm really keen to check this one out. After being arrested, Daniel Ray Hawkins, Robert A. Burns, a Texas man, begins confessing the brutal murder of over 200 women in his grim account of human tragedy, based off the controversial serial killer Henry Lee Lucas. So it's sort of a dramatization, but not really. It's a bit more drama than fact. Commentary with the director and director of photography, Lee Lucas, story by author, TV news correspondent James Moore. Rondo and Bob, full-length documentary on Robert A. Burns and Rondo Hatton. A Polaroid gallery, promotional gallery and trailer. So there you go. Unearthed, bringing out this. Well, definitely unearthing this thing. It's shot in 1:33:1, so that's interesting. Like, was this like a TV movie kind of thing, or just an artistic choice from 1987? So there you go. Really kind of keen to check this one out, and really hope that I get to that scene that Hemdale has been living rent-free in my head for 25 years. Confessions of a Serial Killer. I mean, also the name of a Gorefest song. So great stuff. It's getting me on two fronts. This one, I got this one from, I think we're pretty much, no, there's one or two in here that are not from OUTRUN, but we're pretty much now into all the stuff I got from OUTRUN. The Crippled Masters. I had to get this. I mean, this is a special kind of just, exploitation right here. Cripple-sploitation. The Crippled Masters. And it's funny because this is not the first Cripple-sploitation Blu-ray Hong Kong film I've got. Oh God, what a world we live in. Film Masters doing the work for us. Originally debuting in 1979, The Crippled Masters would later be released in the US in 1982. Directed by Joe Law, the film tells the story of two martial artists, one without arms, the other without legs. So together they make one. Who overcome physical disabilities to become skilled fighters. I'm so sorry. They learn special techniques as they seek revenge against the villainous master who crippled them both. Known for its inventive fight scenes, the Grindhouse-era cult classic martial arts film was sourced from the collection of author and film curator Jack Stevenson in Copenhagen, where it was scanned in 2K before an extensive restoration. So, yeah, you gotta love that when you have like the film. Some film collector has the copy of the thing, and it's this kind of movie. I love it when that happens. It's so good. Full commentary track by Will Sloan and Justin Declos of the Important Cinema Club. Don't know, the Important Cinema Club. Sounds like something I should check out. Kings of Kung Fu releasing the Legends documentary from Ballyho Motion Pictures, a full documentary. That would be interesting. They're my favorite features when, like, on the end of a 91-minute movie, there's like a 91-minute documentary about the entire genre of that film. That's always my favorite. Like, you get you get some giallo film, and then there's a 90-minute documentary on giallo. That's always my favorite, always the best. 1982 trailer, 2024 recut trailer using restored elements. Liner notes in full color booklet, archival collection of martial arts film trailers from Something Weird. That's very cool. Something Weird is shutting down at the end of the year, I've noticed. They've been doing only sort of digital downloads and burn on demand for a while. I don't think their old stuff was real discs. I don't think they do that anymore. But they've made it pretty clear. Go and get the stuff you want before it's all gone. So yeah, if that's what you want, go check them out. Bonus Mandarin language track. Raw scan of the Cripple Masters featured film presented in HD. Original raw scan. That's interesting. So you'll be able to see it, the whole thing, before they've cleaned it up. Huh. Okay. Cripple Masters before and after restoration. Let's see all the work they've done to it. There's the disc, there's the booklet. I love it's a special edition. Like, there you go. Stuff about films and photos. Film Masters doing great stuff. And no reverse. But there you go, Crippled Masters. Looking forward to that. My God. This one I got, was this from Amazon? I think this was Amazon, and I watched it. Tokijiro Lone Yakuza. This is the reverse cover. I much prefer the reverse covers of these things. Radiance film release. I'll read you from the back. Weary of the rigid codes of the underworld, gambler Tokijiro Kinosuke Nakamura from Goyoken wanders Japan in search of freedom. But escape proves to be impossible when an obligation to kill a gang boss leaves him with no choice but to kill a man. To atone for his crime, he vows to take care of his victim's widow and young son. The gang won't rest until they've killed the entire family, including the man who stands in their way. With this breathtakingly stylized film, Taiketo broke all the conventions of Yakuza genre, fusing blood-spurting action with melodrama worthy of Japanese cinema's greatest masters. So I watched it, and yeah, the melodrama. It is quite melodramatic. It's quite heavy on that. The action is sporadic. The ending is good. The ending is quite brutal. And like, I'm not going to say it's a flop or anything. I enjoyed it. I'm happy I watched it. I went into this thinking it was just going to be, Lone Wolf and Cub or something, just sort of swords and like lots of blood gushing. Not so much. A bit more. Like I said, it's dramatic. It's a little bit more of that. The man that is going down the wrong path and then wants to make amends, kind of thing. And there's crying women and all that kind of stuff. It's fine, and I think it will play better on rewatch now that I know what I'm getting. It's not terrible or anything like that. It's just not what I was expecting. Blood spurting action. There is blood spurting action, but it is not a blood spurting action film. There you go. HD digital transfer. It doesn't look amazing. It looks the best it's probably ever going to look. 1966 film. It looks authentic. It doesn't look over, like, it's not like some like ultra 16K blah blah scan something where everything's the wrong colors. I think it looks right. It's an old Toei film. It's just going there with the expectations of a mid-60s Toei film. Like, it's the film stock used and that kind of thing. It's very not washed out, but it's not vibrant or anything like that. Uncompressed mono audio. It sounded good. Interview with film critic Koichi Ueno. A Young Master visual essay on The Star. Trailer, new improved English subtitle translation. Reversible sleeve, which is what you're looking at, and a limited edition booklet. So yes, the retail cover is that one, which I thought was, I don't know, a bit arty. And you get the sort of OBI kind of strip thing that Radiance like to do. And booklet. So there you go. The main man. Shots there of the intro. The intro is fun. I liked the first sort of 15 minutes. I thought it was really good. And it is. There's a lot of what I did like was the authentic Yakuza kind of relationship stuff, like the the honor, all that kind of stuff about honor, and the conversations they have. Even like there is a fight in the middle of it, and then they almost discuss the terms of engagement before the two have the fight. So I thought that was really interesting. If someone tries to save one guy's like, do not disrespect this fight, like that, I thought was cool, and it did feel kind of realistic. So Tokujiro Lone Yakuza, I think it'll play better for me on rewatch. If you like them a bit more melodramatic, yeah, definitely go check it out. Next up, Bodyguard from Beijing. More Jet Li. My God, the quantity of Jet Li films in the last 2 years that have come to Blu-ray or improved Blu-ray, it's just madness. Corey Yuen film, this one, which I've never seen. Jet Li stars as Alan Hui Xing Yung, a top Chinese bodyguard hired to protect Michelle Yung. There you go. The girlfriend of wealthy businessman who witnessed a brutal murder. As relentless assassins close in, Alan uses his exceptional martial arts skills and tactical expertise to keep her safe. The assignment turns into personal as he forms a bond with Michelle, all while navigating a deadly game of cat and mouse. Intense action sequences, high-stakes drama, Jet Li's iconic martial arts prowess, Bodyguard from Beijing delivers a thrilling ride, heart-pounding action, emotional depth, and suspense. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. New 4K remaster from the OCN. Blah blah Blu-ray 185, Cantonese mono, optional English, audio commentary by Frank Jiang. Again, won't be the first time, the last time I say his name in these updates. He tends to show up quite a bit. He's all over there's a Facebook group that's basically all about Hong Kong Blu-rays and the boutique. He's in there, and a few of the other guys that you see their names on here, are all through that, and it's interesting. I'll try and remember the name of the group and link it in the description if I do. The Facebook group. It's worth being in there because you do get a lot of heads up through the comments on, like, Frank will say he's working on this film, and that film may not be announced yet, so you can sort of see where things are coming out. So that's good. Interview with writer Gordon Chan, original trailer, reversible sleeve, new artwork, and original poster There's the more Hong Kong poster artwork, which I kind of like. It's not amazing, but it is the kind of thing they used to use. Disc poster booklet. We shall not take the poster out. I think you can work out what it is. And you get the booklet under, I presume it's AKA, the Defender, which looks very much like a Miramax retitle or something. Yeah. Stuff there. Lots of info. So a little booklet to go with it, which is good. And a poster. If you are of the kind to wish to hang a poster for a reasonably obscure Jet Li film. But that's not for me. Bodyguard from Beijing. Good stuff. Next up. It's a very Asian update, to be honest. Pretty much everything else is. I'll just put it out there. A Man Called Tiger. Jimmy Wang Yu. So this was on one of those Shout Factory multi-packs, I believe, of DVDs. And I never did get around to it. I'm pretty sure it was on one of those. So Blu-ray, Eureka to the rescue. Got me an upgrade before I even got the chance to watch the DVD. Starring Jimmy Wang Yu, the one-armed swordsman, directed by Lo Wei, man behind the smash hit Bruce Lee vehicles The Big Boss and Fist of Fury. A Man Called Tiger is a martial arts extravaganza released at the height of an international kung fu craze. Jin Hu, played by Wang Yu, is a formidable martial artist who suspects his father's apparent suicide was actually cold-blooded murder. His desire for answers and revenge leads him to Japan, where he becomes entangled with the Yakuza, more Yakuza. With the aid of his fellow countryman Lu Hanning, James Tian from Hand of Death, and a nightclub hostess, Maria Yi from Fist of Fury, Jin Hu sets out to infiltrate Tokyo's underworld, expose a criminal conspiracy, and uncover his father's true fate by any means necessary. That sounds particularly good. Long rumoured to have been planned as the third collaboration between Lo Wei and Bruce Lee, before Lee made his directorial debut with The Way of the Dragon. A Man Called Tiger instead became a vehicle for another martial arts superstar in Jimmy Wang Yu. Eureka Classics proud to present in a brand new 2K restoration. Very nice. Limited edition O-card. Slipcases we're seeing here with the Darren Wheeling artwork. I like the consistency with these ones. He's done a whole range that sort of has this, the faded half color thing, and it continues on the spines. They all line up. They look very nice. You're a 2K restoration from the uncut Hong Kong theatrical release version of the film. A 1080p presentation on Blu-ray, 2K restoration of the re-release version of the film. Original Mandarin and classic English dub audio options for both cuts in mono. Original English subs, newly translated. New commentary by East Asian film expert Frank Jian. And Michael Worth, brand new audio commentary on the export version by cinema experts Mike Leder and Anna Venema. I think they're in that Facebook group as well. Cutting Tiger, Hidden Subtitles. What a great name for a featurette. Cutting Tiger, Hidden Subtitles. Brand new video essay by Brandon Bentley. Do you know what sadness means? Because I have your love, music videos. Oh dear, oh dear. Textless opening, reversible sleeve, etc. So, there is the reversible, which is very comical, but I like it. Looks like it should be on the side of a bus in 1965. No problem with that. There's the other side and the disc. And we get booklet, Man Called Tiger. There you go, there's the tiger. Getting quite brutal and ruthless. Very Yakuza looking. And we have a poster, which seems to have the reverse artwork on it. So very cool. Man Called Tiger. Good stuff. Thank you to Eureka. And last one in this pile is a 2-film set. I only said 3, even though it clearly says 2 on the front. Really keen to check these ones out. Apparently there's more in the series, sort of. I think, I don't know what the titles are, but anyway, we at least got 2 of them here. The 2 Taoist Tales, featuring Taoism Drunkard and the Young Taoism Fighter. Yeah, really kind of keen to check these ones out. The fantasy Hong Kong films are always a bit of a laugh. And look at these strange looking creatures in this thing. Oh man. In the wake of Encounter of the Spooky Kind, the Hong Kong film industry launched headlong into prolific genre cycle that drew upon Taoist folklore. Popular throughout the 80s into the next decade, these films combine elements of horror, fantasy, comedy, martial arts, as they pit the protagonist against hopping vampires, vengeful ghosts, and evil sorcerers. Here, Eureka Classics is proud to present the most mind-bending tales of Taoist magic ever. Committed to film, Taoism Drunkard, the Young Taoism Fighter. Directed and starring Yuan Chengyan from Miracle Fighters, Taoism Drunkard follows a man with a love for wine accidentally damages a sacred statue. To atone for his blunder, he's asked by an enraged Taoist priest, played by Cao Tao, to find a virginal boy, Yuan Yat-cho, to aid in defending his temple from a demonic sorcerer, Yuan Shuyi. Then, in The Young Taoism Fighter, directed by Police Stories' Chen Chi-hua, a practitioner of Taoist Kung Fu, Yuan Yat-cho, managed to separate his soul from his body before teaming up with a vengeful young woman. That's Hilda Lu Haoyi, on a sinister kung fu school that has been dabbling in dark magic. Filled with imagery both fantastical and thrilling, not least Taoism Drunkard's Banana Monster, hello, featuring some of the most jaw-droppingly inventive fight sequences in the history of martial arts cinema, Taoism Drunkard and The Young Taoism Fighter are cult classics from the celebrated Yuan clan that needs to be seen to be believed. Presented on Blu-ray, first time in 2K restorations. Ooh, a lot to say on that one. You get the O card, slipcase as you can see, with the Darren Wheeling artwork, 1080p, 2K restorations, both films, Cantonese audio, optional English dubs, original mono, new subs, audio commentaries by Frank Jiang, usuals, brand new audio commentaries by Mike Leader and Arnie Benema, new interviews with filmmaker and critic James Mudge, trailers, artwork, and a limited edition collector's booklet. There is one of the films, and the reverse cover is the other film. 2 discs, which is nice. They could have shoved it on one disc, but they did not. Good. And you get the booklet to Taoist Tales. Go. So yeah, Mr. Parker watched these, reviewed them on his channel. Not the recent video, but the one before it. He quite liked the first one, and he thought the second one wasn't as good, but he did recommend the set. So yeah, I'm keen to check both of these out. We have Taoism Drunkard and the Young Taoism Fighter. Thank you, Eureka. Next up we have, would you guess it, more Jet Li. It's the year of Jet Li, the last few years. Of Jet Li, we have the Tai Chi Master, directed by Yuan Wu-ping. Tai Chi I always thought is that thing that the old ladies did out in the park, but I've learnt over the years of watching martial arts cinema that shit can be brutal. So yeah, I'm going to watch the Tai Chi Master, and hopefully he's not just in a park doing moves to relax himself. Jet Li stars in the thrilling martial arts epic about the 2 childhood friends falsely accused of cheating and expelled from their Shaolin temple. As they grow up, their paths diverge, with one embracing the peaceful teachings of Tai Chi, the other in the park with the old ladies, the other seeking power and joining the military. Yeah, you don't see that in the park. Set against the backdrop of a civil war, the friendship deteriorates into betrayal, leading into a climactic showdown between the 2. Michelle Yeoh co-stars a resilient ally who helps the peaceful friend master Tai Chi's true essence. Directed by legendary choreographer Yuan Wu-ping, the film showcases breathtaking fight sequences and captures the complex dynamics of friendship and betrayal. Brand new 4K remaster from the OCN in 185. Cantonese mono, optional English subs, Nemesis interview with star Chin Sui-ho, birthplace of Tai Chi on location in Chen Village, Twin Warriors, director Brett Ratner and critic Elvis Mitchell on stars Jet Li and Michelle Yeoh. Export opening credits, theatrical trailer, and the reversible sleeve, which underneath the slip is this guy, which I think is my old DVD that I didn't actually get around to watching. This was always one of those things, isn't it, right? And look at Michelle looking very young there. Yeah. Nice little reverse. And the disc and the booklet. And poster, which we'll leave in there. There we go. Essays. Some photos. There you go. Nice little bit of reading material. And we have, yeah, Tai Chi Master. On through 88 films. So 88 and Eureka going toe-to-toe with all the Asian cinema, particularly the Hong Kong films and Japanese films in the last few years. So yeah, it's a good time for that stuff. Tai Chi Master with Jet Li. Next up, we've got a couple of Shaw Brothers that came out on the 88 film Shaw Brother line. There's a lot of Shaw Brothers of late. I mean, we've had Shout Factory boxes. We've got Arrow Shaw Scope 3 coming out. And it seems 88 films are now back on their line after taking a bit of a break from it. They released three. I did not pick up one of them. One of them was, I think it's called Golden Lotus, and that one felt very much like they're getting into that heavy drama, no action kind of territory, and I'm not that fussed about those ones. If you've seen Golden Lotus and you think differently, well, let me know. But the two that I picked up, I got the Shadow Boxing. There you go, with the new slipcover on it. From the legendary Lau Ka Lung, spiritual boxer, 8-diagram pole fighter, comes one of his finest and wildest rides, following a pair of very special undertakers who transport dead bodies by magical means. Their latest trip is proving tricky. It's bad enough that a strong-willed young woman has invited herself along for the ride, but even more awkwardly, one of the corpses might not actually be dead. Pretty much inventing the kung fu horror comedy, and a huge influence on later films like Encounter of the Spooky Kind, Mr. Vampire, the shadow boxing stars Gordon Kill Bill Liu, it's already a winner, and features the sort of action only the great Lau could serve up. 88 films, delighted to something explosive. 1979, there you go. 1979, there you go. The birth of the Hong Kong horror comedy via Shaw Brothers. New slip by Mark Bell, art cards inside, and then a bunch of Mandarin mono and English subs. Not too much else on their trailer. That's fine. I am not fussed whatsoever. Get your art cards. I won't pull them out, but very cool. And yeah, reversible sleeve and disc. So I like the artwork on that one. The Spiritual Boxer Part 2 being the AKA to the Shadow Boxing. There you go. Nice. And it's good for... I'm not fussed these days. I used to be a spine number guy, but you get the choice now of having it this way or continuing the spine number versions where you get the black and white spines and the number 41. But there you go. Good stuff. And the other one I picked up was To Kill a Mastermind. Look at that great classic moustache and beard. Fantastic. You throw it over your shoulder. So good. Be careful. No one's safe as long as the evil kung fu masters of the Kui Sha clan terrorize the land. Can they be stopped? The authorities have placed a spy in their ranks, but the clan and their mysterious unknown leader will not go down without a fight, or several. Barely pausing to catch its breath between brawls, To Kill a Mastermind was produced by Hong Kong's legendary Shaw Brothers studio. Features the astounding acrobatics and mind-blowing martial arts skills that make their films so special. Long unavailable, famously difficult to see, 88 Films are proud to present this essential rediscovery in a brand new edition. Yeah, I'd not seen this one. Brand new artwork on the front by Sean Longmore. Good job. More art cards, transfer from the OCN in scope, and in mono with English subs, and a gallery. Again, not so much in the way of, commentaries or other things. Much nicer artwork on that. I love those ones where they have the characters of the name of the film in just big stone carved out of a mountain. There's more than one. Good stuff. The Kill a Mastermind. And yeah, there's the reverse, and there's our art cards. So another little tidy release there. This one being, for those playing the spine number game, number 42, and there's the other spine there. So Kill a Mastermind. Good stuff. Next up, we've got a few fancier, heavier boxes here. And this one I've really wanted to see for some time. There was a UK Blu-ray, just a bare bones thing, that I was like, oh, so many times add to cart. Oh, I'm going to do it. Nah, there'll be something better. And bam, finally something better. Legacy of Rage, Brandon Lee. Great stuff. A Ronnie Yu film. Big hard box edition with the disc very tightly packed inside. So yeah, I'll pop it out. Let me get the reverse there. Legacy of Rage, looking very Bruce Lee. Obviously, being Brandon. Yeah, 1971, Bruce Lee shocked the world. 87, Brandon Lee continues the legend, standing in front of his father. Basically, Bruce Lee exploitation right there. Ronnie Yu, Postman Fights Back, is doing what he does best here, delivering a breathtaking, action-packed, fist-flying tale of vengeance, starring Brandon Lee. Hardworking Brandon Ma Lee. I love that. He's still Brandon. They just changed his surname. Is loving life with his girlfriend May, Regina Kent, but as the drug-dealing best friend Michael Wong has sights on May, sets Brandon up for murder. Soon Brandon's on the hunt to save his girlfriend and exact brutal revenge in this stylish flick, which is packed with stunning fight choreography and cool dialogue. Cool. Presentation in 185 to 1 aspect ratio. 2.0 Cantonese mono and English mono. I'm not too sure what with this film, what one is correct, because Brandon often spoke English in his films, and you've got your uh, Regina Kent and others in here. So yeah, I cannot recall if this was one of those films that's better to watch in English. Probably is, but either way, I'll check that out. Commentary by Frank Jang, Ronnie Yu. Ronnie Yu doing the commentary with Frank. That's awesome. Fat Samurai, Ronnie Yu interview. Hector Martinez presents the world of Brandon Lee. Archive interview with director Ronnie Yu. English opening and closing sequences. Hong Kong trailer, export trailer, Tai Seng trailer. Gallery and artwork. So a lot more extras on this one. Reverse. And get our poster. And a book with a big gun. It's looking 3D, popping out of the artwork there. Yep. Nice. Lots of stuff and lots of Brandon. Gone too soon. Wonder what he would say about this Crow remake. I don't know. I'll tell you what I could say about it. Get fucked. Legacy of Rage, Brandon Lee. And next up we have a Vinegar Syndrome, also a Shore Scope, but also a bit of an action comedy. This one, this was one of those ones I was going to get the DVD 20 years ago from Yes Asia, and I just never did. It just kept falling out of orders. I used to do Yes Asia orders quite a lot, and just kept falling out of orders. And now there's not only a Blu-ray but a ridiculous Blu-ray from Vinegar Syndrome on the VSA line, and it's got Garfield right there on the front. Love on Delivery. A very bright ass looking artwork. Pop it out the bottom. That is the artwork I recall on the old Hong Kong disc that I kept adding to cart and not buying. It always looks so goofy and weird. It probably is because this is a what's his name, Stephen Chow film, and this is just before like Kung Fu Hustle, or before Shaolin Soccer. So before he sort of hit the Hollywood size. Ho Kam Nyang, a lonely food delivery boy, falls madly in love with a beautiful woman named Lily. Only problem is a brutish judo instructor named Black Bear also has eyes for Lily, embarrasses Nyan in front of her by making him look like a coward. Vowing to win over Lily's affections, Nyan begins learning martial arts from a supposed kung fu master who is secretly just scamming Nyan out of money. To make matters worse, Lily's old boyfriend returns and challenges Nyan to a martial arts tournament to prove who is the better man. Believing he's actually learning real kung fu, Nyan accepts the fight and now must defend his honor to prove he is worthy of Lily's love. Doesn't quite explain the alien look there, but anyway. Starring beloved Hong Kong comedy actor Stephen Chow from Kung Fu Hustle, Shaolin Soccer, and directed by the frequent collaborator Lik Chi Lee, Love on Delivery, over-the-top martial arts comedy, paying tribute to the classic underdog story. Offering up-the-wall fight scenes, numerous pop culture references, Love on Delivery is an excellent example of future talent we would see in Chow's later films. VSA is proud to present this zany fisticuffs Hong Kong comedy on Blu-ray for the first time in the US, scanned in 2K, newly restored from the OCN. 1995 this came out, so just before Shaolin Soccer, which I think was 98 or something. So yeah, very nice. All the reversibles and that very garish Garfield looking artwork there. Poster of said garish Garfield artwork. And booklet written by Nick Newman. Yeah, some artwork. Good God. There's Mr. Garfield hat. Like my Garfield phone. Whoop! He dropped it. There you go. The Love on Delivery booklet. And yeah. Keen to check this one out. My wife likes Stephen Chow films, so yeah. Maybe this is one I can watch with her. And yeah. Garfield. You think it's a Shaw Brothers though? You just wouldn't think so. Good stuff. And then we have the much needed upgrade from my old Hong Kong Legends DVD, the UK DVD, of Jackie Chan's Island of Fire in another big, ridiculous hardcover box set from '88. I do prefer they do these thinner box sets. The earlier days of '88, they would do the Jackie Chan films. Example, they did a few of those, and it's the same deal, but it was just a fatter box. It takes up way more space. Don't need to do all that. Want to do a box? Make a nice snug one like that. Good. There's the original poster. I'll read from the back. Oh, I can't because I've got the features on there. Well, we'll read from this one, which is not the actual text. 4 men of iron face their destinies with the harsh walls of Taiwanese prison. Steve, Jackie Chan, is a gambler seeking to atone for his sins. Andy, Tony Leung, is undercover cop solving a crime. Lee, Andy Lau, is a gangster looking for vengeance. John, Sammo Hung, is a lifer seeking to reunite with his sons. What a cast. For this slice of Chinese jailhouse rock, producer Wang Yu brought together both the finest talent in Asian cinema, the finest scenes from Bad Boys, Cool Hand Luke, Papillon, and every classic Hollywood prison film ever. Our heroes get time off for bad behavior, leading to a furious final Wild Bunch showdown. Island of Fire sees Jackie Chan deliver a new level of fury, and all his friends there too. Very cool. So yeah, they didn't put the only put the features on the back of the alternate artwork, which is in 185 aspect ratio, Cantonese mono, Mandarin mono, alternate Mandarin mono, English mono. Newly translated English subs, commentary by Frank Jiang and F.J. DeSanto, scenes from the Taiwanese version, interview with Jack Cao, interview with Kevin Chu, interview with Wang Yu, interview with Sammo Hung. That's nice. Wonder if it's new or old. Export end credits, export trailer reconstruction, Taiwanese trailer, Japanese TV spot, and reversible artwork, which you are seeing right now. There is the disc. And poster. And booklet. Jackie Chan. Very good. I think I've got all the Jackie Chan Blu-rays that there are. Pretty sure. And well, it's not a bad thing at all. I'm not doubling down on something like there's a new Project A release, but I'm happy with my existing Eureka Blu-ray set of that. I don't need the new one. But yeah, there you go. Nice set there of Prison of Fire. Oh, I've left the poster out. All these things you got to reassemble. Get in there under the clip. And into the side of the box. Island of Fire with Jackie Chan, Andy Lau, Sammo Hung, and Tony Leung. And lastly, putting the martial arts aside for a second and going to Japan, going to Sicko Japan land, we have the Gyra's Guts trilogy. What a box! I don't think anyone was expecting this thing to come. And then it did. This is just hot off the press, has arrived in Australia. Look at that, like, spot gloss. So good. And nice 3-film box there. Very nice. Will be one for the shelf. Inside we get, and I've reversed them all, we get, stuff on the bottom, the classic artwork of Guts of Aversion. Oh yeah. The equally classic Guts of a Beauty artwork. And the third one, Rusted Body Guts of Aversion 3. Blah. But yeah. These films are rough, as you know. Guts of Aversion, a group of photographers and their models on a remote porn shoot discover their seduced location harbors a dark secret. As night falls, they are hunted by a grotesque creature born from their worst nightmares. The lines between reality and horror blur as they fight for their lives, confronting their own fears and desires. It's a lot worse than that. It's in 185:1 aspect ratio, original mono 2.0 with improved English subs, and newly commissioned artwork, which is sort of like the box, but I did want to flip them all over like the original. So a very short 72 minutes. Jeez, I don't think I realized that. Been eons since I watched this first one. Was it like an old Shriek Show DVD or something, or Synapse, one of those ones? Came with a wraparound OBI kind of thing. 88's doing on them more. I love it. I think it's this gold thing. Makes it look like a Radiance title. And I got number 2310. So yeah, adds this class to an otherwise. I mean, yeah, come on. There's the booklet. Guts of a Virgin. Oh yeah, money shot right there. Beautiful. Oh, just rough. Pretty sure that covers all 3 films in that one booklet. So that's the first one. And our second film. In a world where innocence meets terror, a nurse undertakes an investigation into why a young woman who stumbles into her surgery has killed herself. Who stumbles into her surgery has killed herself. How do you stumble when you're dead? Her navigations within the urban labyrinth reveal horrific crimes by a Yakuza gang who are using a rare drug to sexually enslave women. Each encounter pushes her closer to the brink of insanity, blending horror with a raw exploration of human resilience. Yeah, there's some filthy shots there on the back. There's the reverse art. I mean, the reverse art's cool, but I do love this original artwork. So, got to go with that. And that one's just, yeah, very pinky. Oof, I can barely show the back on this one. An oversexed female inquisitor leads her gang of sexually depraved female misfits in a scheme to get the corrupt businessmen they have kidnapped to divert a huge amount of stolen assets to them. Their elaborate torture methods escalate to a crescendo of perverted lust and savagery. 70 minutes for this one. What was the second one? 68. He built this box set out in about time it takes to watch one Star Wars movie. It's nice they're in one big box, but they could have made this just a triple thing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm not cutting corners when it's so ridiculous that this thing exists. Rusted body. Yeah, just again in original mono with the subtitles and yeah, all the usual good stuff. So that is a nice and disgraceful Gyra's Guts box set, which just came out of nowhere. I think this one. I was not expecting this one from 88 Films, and I'm pretty sure it came out on my birthday, which is the 7th, and I got it in the post yesterday. All arrived yesterday or the day before. Yesterday, I think it was yesterday. Yeah. So what's today? 10th? Yeah. There you go. Gyra's Guts Trilogy, and that is this Blu-ray update. Shorter and sweeter than usual, but I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please like and subscribe. Make sure you check out this guy. Check out this guy. I'll see you all next time.